Hey, welcome back to Clean Cut, where we can talk about the truth about just about anything, as long as we use logic and common sense.
This season, we're returning to the topic of the Psalms and their meaning. Now, a brief disclaimer before getting into this psalm. The Psalms will be numbered differently in different translations of the Bible. This is a very, very old discrepancy, and to help clear things up, I'll be explaining what number the psalm has in the Douay-Rheims Bible and in the Revised Standard Version. However, the episodes themselves will list psalm numbers as they're given in the Douay-Rheims Bible. Sorry if this is confusing. Anyway, this is Psalm 82 in the Douay-Rheims Bible, but Psalm 83 in the RSV. A canticle of a psalm for Asaph. Again, Asaph was in charge of the service of music during the reigns of David and Solomon. O God, who shall be like to thee? It's framed as a question, but the implication is that no one is like God. Hold not thy peace, neither be thou still, O God, for lo, thy enemies have made a noise, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. God is asked to speak up because his enemies definitely do. They have taken a malicious counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy saints. They have said, Come, and let us destroy them, so that they be not a nation, and let the name of Israel be remembered no more. The enemies of God have decided to destroy the nation of Israel by working together. For they have contrived with one consent, they have made a covenant together against thee, the tabernacles of the Edomites, and the Ishmaelites, Moab, and the Agarians, Jebel, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, yea, and the Assyrian also is joined with them. They are come to the aid of the sons of Lot. Wow, what a lot of names! Ammon, Moab, Edom, the Assyrian Empire, and the Philistine city-states were all nations that bordered Israel at the time. Jebel and Tyre were cities which were in the Phoenician states, which also bordered Israel. Amalek refers to the tribe of the Amalekites, sworn enemies of Israel. And finally, the Ishmaelites and Agarians refer to two tribes of people descended from Ishmael, first son of Abraham, with one of them being named after Ishmael, and the other after his mother, the Egyptian woman Hagar. To give you some understanding of who they were and where they lived, the modern-day term used to refer to people descended from those early tribes is Arabs. Do to them as thou didst to Madian and to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Sison. Madian means the Midianites who turned against Israel after Moses left Midian, and were later defeated by Gideon with the help of only 300 men. Sisera is Sisera, a Canaanite commander who was killed by a woman named Jael after a defeat by the armies of Israel. Jabin was the Canaanite king who Sisera had been serving under. Finally, the brook of Sison is the river Kishon, where the battle against Sisera's army took place. Who perished at Endor, and became as dung for the earth. Endor was the section of land where the battle took place, near the river Kishon. Make their princes like Oreb, and Zeeb, and Zeeb, and Salmana. Zeb is also called Zeeb. Oreb and Zeeb were two raiding princes who were killed by Gideon. Zebi and Salmana are Zeba and Zalmunna, two rulers of Midian who were eventually captured by Gideon and executed. All their princes who have said, Let us possess the sanctuary of God for an inheritance. Human rulers often get arrogant and think there won't be any consequences to trying to conquer God's people and his temple. O my God, make them like a wheel, and as stubble before the wind, as fire which burneth the wood, and as a flame burning mountains. Make them leave quickly, so that there is no part of them left here. A wheel moves fast, stubble is easily blown away by every small gust of wind, and wood is turned to ash in a fire. All images of things leaving or being scattered or destroyed. So shalt thou pursue them with thy tempest, and shalt trouble them in thy wrath. Fill their faces with shame, and they shall seek thy name, O Lord. When God punishes evildoers and humbles them, they'll be more likely to repent. Let them be ashamed and troubled forever and ever, and let them be confounded and perish, and let them know that the Lord is thy name, thou alone art the most high over all the earth. Make certain that evildoers are made to face misery and shame, stopped from succeeding and defeated, so that they know that God rules the whole world. This is another psalm of petition for God to offer his protection to the people and defeat their enemies for them. It's full of references to people, places, and events from Israelite history and culture, but that's the gist of it. We should never be too afraid to ask God for help with a really nasty enemy.
That's all for now, so keep asking questions, and thanks for watching.